Welcome to a new, fresh series of Revolutionary Talk. We're discussing immune health in this series, and in this first episode, we're going to go over stress and how that can affect your immune system.
Oh, wow.
It's deep.
It's deep. That's very deep. How do you feel about that?
Distress, yeah, for sure. Like distress and eustress.
Ooh. Expand on that. Tell me more about that.
Well, stress is kind of the generic overall umbrella term, right?
Yep.
And there's good stress and there's bad stress. And so we may not always be familiar with the eustress term. And then there's the distress, opposite side of it. And that distress is actually what then impacts our immune system. Well, they both impact our immune system, but they balance each other out. So how much are we depleting it, like withdrawing from it? That could be considered the distress. And then the eustress could be what you're depositing into your body, your immune system. What are you doing to support your immune system?
It's back to the bank.
Yeah. I mean,
It makes sense with money.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. Because I think stress, like you said, is such an overarching umbrella term, and there's so much under it, and especially relating it to, immune health.
Yes. So you actually mentioned this right before we went live here. With your medical background, please explain how being distressed can negatively impact your immune system.
Yeah, so too much stress, when you're stressed out, you physiologically release cortisol from the HPA axis. So you release cortisol. Cortisol decreases stress and inflammation, but then it also decreases your immune health and your ability to fight. So the more stressed out you are or distressed, then the less your body has the ability to fight off infections and stuff that it normally, has that ability to focus on. So stress is almost like pulling the body's attention over here, and then that creates opportunity for stuff to happen to you, whether it be, negative manifestations, medically, physically, mentally.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people relate the two, being distressed and hurting their immune system. So, they'll just keep getting after it and not really take care of their bodies. And next thing you know, they're sick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you say it, in that way, thinking about a metaphor to that, your car, you might notice on your dashboard a light coming on. Obviously, like if you drive a gas car, then you've got your gas light will come on when you're running low on gas. But then your check engine light may come on. So relate that to our body.
Yeah.
A symptom may be that check engine light that's coming on. And it's not something that we can just put a sticker or something over to cover it up, like putting a Band-Aid on it. We actually have to figure out what's going on because, that our car, that light may be coming on. It may drive and drive and drive for only so long. And then eventually it may just be like, you're not taking care of me.
Yeah.
And it'll stop working.
Yeah. I mean, and relatability to that too, like everybody focuses on washing their car, oil changes, cleaning their car, and then how much do they actually do that to themselves and self-care and all the activities. And I've never really met somebody who's been like, man, I was so charged up, I was so well rested, I was so energized, and I got sick. Everybody's always like, I was stressed out, I was working on too much, I was spreading myself too thin, and then as a result of it, I got sick.
Right.
Yeah. And then that could be, I'm thinking of the quote or the saying, like, as above, so below, or as below, so above. So, it's that mirroring kind of thing. And there's a lot of correlation with our gut and with our digestive system being mirrored with our skin.
Yeah.
So, and then even like our adrenaline, your adrenals are just completely stressed.
You're in adrenal fatigue, or you're in the syndrome. It's Addison's disease, in which you get the bags under your eyes, you get the striations, or purple striations, you get all these weird marks around you, and essentially your adrenal glands are failed, which pump out salts that absorb water into your veins, and then also your sugars or your cortisol, and then all your DHEA, all these hormones. Yeah, and it's so essential.
Yeah, and so it's essential to take care of what's going on inside of our body. And like our car, we may want it to keep all shiny, clean looking and presentable, but eventually we're going to, figure out what's going on. What's going on deep inside is going to come out and be like, yo, there's something that needs to be taken care of here.
Yeah, inner world, outer world. Whatever happens on the inside starts showing on the outside.
Yeah.
So what are some good methods or modalities for self-care? to de-stress? I mean, I see one just looking over here. Actually, I see two looking over here in your apartment.
Okay, we're gonna go there.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lot we can expand on with this.
Yeah.
Should we pull it out?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Uh-oh, what'd you bring us?
Oh, this is a bowl,
Okay.
but not just any bowl. This is a Tibetan, or also known as a Himalayan singing bowl.
Okay.
This is the history of these is really awesome, but I won't get into it too deep here. But they go back generations. How they've been used in ritualistic kind of things, and even just for relaxation.
Yeah.
And so what I love to do is, there's all come in different sizes, so you can kind of pick what sounds and what resonates best with you. But I've been really loving this bowl because it has a lot of lower tones to it.
Cool.
And because the Himalayan singing bowls have 7 different metals in them, they correlate and help to resonate with all the different energy centers of our body,
Very cool.
balancing them out. So
Which one is this specific to?
This one is specific to the sacral chakra.
Give it a ring.
But because they're metal and they have the 7, they can resonate with all 7.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's kind of the cool thing about it.
Giving our viewers a little bit of a healing sound wave here. Can't wait to edit this. I'm gonna go to sleep now. This made me tired.
Are you relaxed?
Yeah, no, it's definitely relaxing me. So, how do you use sound bowls for your self care? Do you play them for yourself when you're practicing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just me playing them, it's very soothing, relaxing. I tend to get nervous, worked up, anxious feelings. So, especially when there's a lot on my mind, these for me, and this is kind of this consistent pattern I've been noticing with all the reading and then experiences I've been doing with them, with groups, is the bowls really help to cue your breathing. Each time it helps to bring you down into that grounded and centered state, so that there's just so many things going on, and there's so many things that we can think about, but when you're listening to something, for a lot of people, it helps to drive you into really focusing on that.
Yes.
Very nice. Wow.
Yeah.
And because water, as you're drinking it, water makes up, about 70% of our body,
Yeah.
and water conducts electricity, and the sounds are frequencies, and copper is mostly what makes up these bowls, and copper is a conductor of electricity as well. So you can even have these on you and play them. So if you're laying down, maybe a smaller bowl, but putting it over your heart on your chest and playing it.
Wow.
And really just that soothing, or having that done on you by somebody else.
Wow.
And all of those waves just travel through and help to do all the amazing things.
Balance and pull it back.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And then you add essential oils on top of this.
Help.
Yeah.
Really get through a lot of, any kind of blocks, any kind of, It's a journey, and these are just a couple of tools that can help move you along on that.
For sure. That's some serious self-care.
Yeah.
Serious
there, for
self-care.
sure.
Yeah.
That will help with the stress. So, love it. I think give some people some good ideas of what we can do to help our stress levels and keep our immunity high this season. Any final takeaways, any tips to give the people before we move on for the day?
I think the biggest one is take time to de-stress before you're super stressed out, and then that's when all the bad stuff happens. So even though it's more stressful sometimes to disconnect and take that minute, you're saving yourself probably an hour on the backside, if not days. So take the time, find what self-care or de-stressing activity works best for you.
And I'd say if you do find yourself in a situation where you're just getting really worked up and really upset maybe about something, if it's stressing you out to the max, I heard a tip recently. Somebody said, I just set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes. I just vent and vent and vent about the issue right there, then and there. And then once that timer goes up, all right, it's in the past.
Yeah, moving on.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a really great tip.
Yeah.
I'll have to use that one.
I know,
Good
right? Me
idea.
too.
Love it. All right. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode. Please subscribe so you don't miss next week. We're going to be getting into diet and how that negatively or positively impacts the immune system.